Hello, Keto family. Welcome back. Today we're going to be making dark chocolate fat bombs. These guys are so creamy and so delicious. If this is your first time with us, don't forget, hit the subscribe button below and the bell icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. Let's get started, guys. Alright, lovelies. So, as a reminder, everything I'm using today is going to be listed down in the description below. And then at the end of the video will be a nutritional information card with a macro breakdown so you know what to expect with these little guys. So these fat bombs come out so creamy and so delicious. You're going to love them, especially if you love dark chocolate like we do. Now, I find that on the keto diet, I have a hard time getting in as much fat as I should to make my percentages work out correctly. So these fat bombs really do help a lot with that. So there's something sweet and simple that you can pop in, towards the end of the day if your macros just aren't leveling out the way you want them to. Alright, so enough said, let's get started. I've already got a pot with about, an inch or two of water in the bottom of it on low heat here, staying warm. I'm going to use that as a double boiler here in a second. Alright, so I got a half a cup of almond butter here. You can also use peanut butter. Just make sure you read the label on the back because sometimes, I think it was Jif, they have it, all natural almond butter, yada yada yada, but I looked at the back, there's added sugars in it. Just make sure that you read the label on the back so you know exactly what's going to be in it, okay? I have a half a cup of coconut oil here. If you wish, you can use straight butter instead of coconut oil, but I love coconut oil, so I'm going to use that. Alright, next ingredient, I have a quarter cup of monk fruit, granular monk fruit. You can use your sweetener of choice here. I just really love the monk fruit sweetener. It doesn't have that, funny aftertaste of artificial sweeteners. A lot of them do. I have a quarter teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt. And I have 3 ounces of 100% dark chocolate. You can use whatever chocolate you prefer. Dark chocolate, though, make sure it's 85% or above. If you're not a dark chocolate fan and want to use just like a Lily's, milk chocolate or something like that, you can do it. But we love dark chocolate here. So I got 3 ounces of that in, and then I'm just going to mash it down in there, make sure the chocolate gets towards the bottom so it can melt. Probably should put the chocolate in first in that case, huh? Alright, so I'm just going to pop this in the warm water I have sitting here. Again, that's only on low, medium to low temperature. You don't want it too high. You don't want to burn it. Alright, let that sit, stirring it every couple minutes until it's all melted. I will make you watch ingredients melt with me, so I'll see you back in a few minutes. Alright, so this has melted down beautifully. It took about 15-20 minutes or so. And so what I'm going to do now is I like to scoop it out with this little measuring cup because it has a little pour spout on it. It makes this a lot easier. So we're just going to pour this. I got these little silicone molds here. I picked this up from, I think it was Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I really like the way they're shaped as just like these cute little chocolates. We're just going to pour this into each one. Very carefully, try not to make too much of a mess. I'll be right back with you when I'm done all these. So I got these all filled, and I want to mention 2 things to you. When you're melting this down, make sure you let it melt long enough that if you're using granular sweetener that it melts. Otherwise, you might want to use something more powdery such as stevia in it. And also I want to mention that I'm getting 19 of these fat bombs out of this. Your numbers might be different depending on how many fat bombs you get out of your batch. Just make sure that you do your own calculations. Take mine with a grain of salt because mine is for 19. Alright, so what I want to do now is I want to stick these in the freezer. They'll go in the freezer for at least the next hour or so to harden up, and then I'll be back to show you what they look like. Alright guys, so these just came out of the freezer after an hour and they've hardened up beautifully. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. These molds work wonders for these. So I'm just going to pop these out, just like so. Whenever you put your hands on them, you'll leave fingerprints because that coconut oil, as soon as it touches room temperature, it'll start to melt on you. So just, if you want a pristine, keep your fingers off, right? What I do is I'll store these in the refrigerator or in the freezer, either way you want to go. Just know that if you keep it at room temperature very long, the coconut oil will start to soften up on you, and then you're going to have an issue on your hands. So make sure you keep these cold until they're ready to eat. I think I personally prefer them out of the freezer though, just because what's better than, ice cold chocolate, right? All right, that's it. They're all out and they are amazing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below and feel free to share this recipe with anybody that you know can use a great fat bomb recipe. These are so creamy and they're just melting in your mouth delicious. You've got to try them. All right, guys, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.